What's up, everyone? Welcome back into your favorite podcast ever.
That's right.
Under
the
review.
Best one out there. This is episode number 27. That's right. We have made it to 27. And we will make it to 27 more and then 27 more after that.
Amen. Amen. Well, we are coming at you right now kind of later at night. We normally like to record earlier in the day, but we decided to wait until after the All Star game.
That way we could have a little baseball episode and briefly talk about the All Star game.
That's right. Guess what? It's time to talk some baseball again in America.
That's right. Y'all can handle it, okay? I know that nobody wants to hear baseball, but this is only our second one.
Yeah, this
about
is
baseball.
So we gave you preseason, now we're giving you midseason. But yeah, this is about just the All Star game. Things leading up to it.
Things that we like so far. Obviously, your good teams.
Our baseball opinions. You've been getting a lot of football and basketball opinions up until now. We're going baseball this episode, and we are pumped.
That's right.
We've actually also had a lot of baseball requests up until now. So.
Yeah, so if you don't like it, it's your fault because you asked for it.
Exactly. All right.
Be careful what you wish for.
With our stat of the week. Stat of the week is the AL tonight took the dub in the All-Star game 3-2 over the National League. The American League has now won 9 straight. That stat is presented by Jacob Penn, who actually had a business meeting with us tonight and watched the game with us. He was doing a lot of helping us analyze just different things about the game, making sure we had our facts straight, our stats straight.
AL's been cranking them out as of the recent and just in general.
Yeah.
We breed
winners.
Because we are AL fans, because the Rangers are in the AL, we have been smoking the NL for a good long while.
Oh, yeah. And tonight was 9 straight. And we just want to say thank you to Jacob for helping us analyze that game and prepare to talk about it with y'all. So that stat is brought to you by Jacob Penn.
Your player of the week is Juan Soto, the home run derby champ and future Ranger. That's right. We're going to go out and get him because he does not want to be on the Nationals anymore.
We're second on his list.
For good reason, because the Nationals are garbage.
They are.
And nicknamed Childish Bambino, he, once again, the home run derby champion, beat Jose Ramirez in the first round, then Albert Pujols, who shouldn't have even been there, and then Julio Rodriguez in the final round, and Juan Soto came out on top. He's got 20 home runs on the season and is batting .250 in the box.
Wow.
Attaboy Juan Soto. He's going to do good things for us whenever he is. He's coming to the Rangers. I don't think
trade deadline's in 15 days, so we'll see you in 15 or less days.
In a couple weeks. Yeah. Absolutely.
Nick and I do have tickets to a couple games here in a couple weeks, so we're hoping
by that time he will be in a Rangers uniform.
Yeah, it all works out to where we get to see him.
I mean, I'm very confident that he's going to be here because obviously his agent is the same as Marcus Semien and Corey Seager. And then Corey Seager and Juan Soto were chopping it up in between.
They're just buddy-buddy at this point.
In between rounds, Corey Seager hopefully was in his ear.
Hold on, don't you want to come where your best friend is, dude?
Exactly.
Corey Seager? Come on now.
Dude, you get to play in... It's 75 every home game of the
72.
year. 72, my fault. It is a crisp 72 every home game of the year.
A very nice stadium, nice locker room.
Guess how many home games of the year you have to worry about weather? Zero. Not a single one.
Because when it's good weather, we open the roof. So you still get that outdoorsy feel.
Exactly. And when it's 105 and melting everything in sight, the roof is closed and it's 72 because we got AC running.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it here.
Because we treat our players with respect.
That we do.
We treat them well.
Unlike, I've heard the Padres who treat their players really badly, so don't go there.
Dude, no one wants to go to... You really want to wear brown and yellow for the next...
Dude, sport the red, white, and blue.
Come on, dude.
Yet again in your career.
Exactly.
Except ours is better. Okay, moving on to just... let's just talk about the Midsummer Classic, Nick. Takeaways from the All Star game tonight.
Well,
other than the fact that it was very boring.
It was incredibly boring. Obviously, heavily dominated by the pitchers.
Pitchers were dealing.
NL got both of their runs in the first inning, and then...
Hey, good job, AL pitchers.
AL pitchers just shut the door in their
Pretty much
faces.
everyone but the guy in the first inning did a great job.
Yeah, Shane McClanahan. Come on, dude. You get
You gave up a home run to Goldschmidt? Really?
He's like 1,000 years old.
The dude can barely swing.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Shane McClanahan. And then the AL, came out. Giancarlo hit a 2-run bomb.
Attaboy Giancarlo.
With Jose Ramirez on base. And then Byron Buxton.
First pitch.
Comes in, smokes a solo bomb. AL goes up 3-2, and then that's the rest of the game. So we get to watch that's 6 innings of a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, but, hey, huge shout-out to our boy Martin Perez pitching in his first All-Star game.
Gave up 0 runs.
0 runs, 3 up, 3 down. He got them all pretty much to hit grounders up the middle, and they were fielded cleanly. Mm-hmm. That's his job, ground ball pitcher. That's how we do it.
I think the highlight of the game was probably the double play. Andre Jimenez threw it behind the back to Tim Anderson,
who made an atrocious throw to first base.
Who made a terrible throw to first base. Luckily, Vlad stretches his arm out as far as he can, snags it, and
puts the tag on. Oh, Machado wasn't running. That's why.
But still, it was an electric play to watch.
It was pretty cool.
And the Stanton bomb, that was pretty insane because as soon as he hit it, everyone knew that was in the 13th row.
That was cool. I think one of the coolest moments for me watching this game was definitely seeing Clayton get to start the game and the fans just going crazy for him. And then obviously getting out of the inning scoreless.
Yep.
And then just that moment that he got to have, because I think this is
the farewell tour.
His last year, yeah. And man, what a career he's had. What was the career ERA? 2.3.
It was 2.34, I think.
2.34. That's the lowest career ERA since the pitchers in the 1920s. You can fact check us on that stat. It was on the
you can
game.
Argue that Clayton Kershaw is the best pitcher of all time.
I
think that argument can be made.
He's definitely the best pitcher we've ever seen, for sure.
And where's Clayton from? Yeah, that's right. He's from here. He went to Highland Park. You want to know why? Because we breed champions.
Breed champions, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Stafford, Clayton Kershaw, Scotty Sheff, a bunch of others that I don't have time to name.
Drew Brees. Drew Brees is from Westlake.
Drew Brees. Anyways,
the facts don't lie.
Back to your originally scheduled programming. I thought the All-Star game, just the atmosphere was really cool. Obviously, all the players have a lot of fun. There was a lot of back and forth. They were all mic'd up. You got to see a lot of cool moments like that. It was just a good time, I think, for everyone to appreciate how fun baseball is. The fact that it's still we were asked a question tonight by Tyra Penn, is baseball still America's national pastime?
That's never going to be
it will never
overthrown.
It will
Baseball
never
will always be America's pastime. Whether you like it or not, you have to admit that it is America's pastime.
If you disagree, DM us.
You're wrong.
And we will tell you you're wrong. Or actually, Nick already did. But we'll tell you again, and we'll have a discussion with you about it. But it is definitely still the pastime. You got to see how fun it is, how much of a family sport it is. Just, everyone out there having a good time. Just a brief side note. Nick and I are taking a business trip.
That's right.
In a couple days
business trip.
We're gonna go to Atlanta to watch the Braves game on Friday night against Shohei and the Angels. Shohei is pitching.
Shohei is going to do an awful job. The Braves are going to score about 13 runs off of him before he gets yanked.
And we will be there to watch
it. Yes, sir. That's right. We're rooting for the Braves.
We're leaving at 4 a.m. Friday morning, driving up to Atlanta. We're super pumped. This will be our first business trip.
It will be.
As a podcast. So, hey, if you want to donate to the business trip, our Venmo.
Please do.
Under review.
It will go a long way, I promise.
We will love you forever.
Anyways, let's move on and talk about just overall. Okay, so we can get the Yankees out of the way first.
They've been impressive.
They have been very impressive.
Dude, sign that man. Why hasn't he been signed yet? Aaron Judge. Pay him as much money as he needs.
Yeah, before the game, before the All-Star game, he was getting interviewed because someone said Aaron Judge might not be a Yankee next year. And whenever that question got asked, the reporter's like, will Aaron Judge be a Yankee next year? Silence. He just looks into the camera, kind of smiles, and then looks away. So maybe
there is a good chance he is not a Yankee.
There is a solid chance he's not going to be a Yankee.
The Yankees aren't willing to match his demands, yet he keeps smoking bomb.
You do realize that there is a solid chance he's going to win MVP this year.
There's if he continues the way he is, he will win MVP, AL MVP.
33 home runs, that's absolutely insane, and he's not stopping.
He's on a streak. So My takeaway from the Yankees.
He's crucial to the Yankees team.
Obviously, the Yankees and Dodgers both pay a lot of money for their rosters. They're expected to be good and be in the head of their divisions. They both are. I don't think there's much to talk about there. So the Dodgers and Yankees are both playing the way that they should play. It's not a surprise to anyone.
Yes, I agree.
I will say, dude, I want to give a huge shout out to the Mets. They are doing a great job. They've built their franchise back up from just not being very good.
That's why, as a baseball fan,
Is it Cohen?
it's easy. Sorry.
The owner, Cohen?
Yes.
Yeah,
As a
he's done a
baseball
good
fan,
job.
I can root for the Mets because
Same.
they got their greatness, I guess their success.
Yes.
They got their success in a different way than, like you said, the Dodgers and the Yankees have. They didn't buy their whole
they didn't go out and
team.
buy the whole team.
They drafted some guys. They made some crucial trades, and look at them now.
They're doing good. And then obviously you've got in the AL.
They're one of the best teams in the National League for sure. For sure.
Yeah, so I like the Mets a lot. I like obviously we're going to see a Braves game. I like the Braves a lot. Let's pause right here and let's address a couple things that have been going on in the MLB. Two things. The Orioles and the Mariners. The Mariners are still on their streak. The Orioles had like a 11-12 win game streak, I think. Everybody's freaking out. Oh, the Orioles and Mariners are good again. Guys,
Who'd they play?
let's look at it. They both played the Rangers, and we were not doing very good at the time.
Rangers are garbage. We're below 500. That's right. I'll say it. Obviously, I will root for them to the day I die, but we're not good.
And then they both played the Angels.
Wow.
The Angels stink.
The Angels are worse than we are.
They are. And then they both played a couple of other teams that weren't very good. I want to say the Twins. Some teams like that.
The Mariners played the Nationals.
Yeah, the Nationals are the worst team in baseball right now.
They got washed up Josh Bell, washed up Nelson Cruz.
Congratulations for win streaks are cool, but the Mariners and Orioles, that does not mean they are playoff bound. There's still a lot of baseball left to play.
Yeah, since this Mariners win streak, they're like, oh, is this the year that the Mariners end their playoff drought and make it? No, I don't think so. Because in the long run, I don't think that they're going to be as good as everyone says they are.
Maybe
this win streak is going to snap soon.
There's just too many good teams coming out of the AL East.
Their true colors are going to shine.
Like, you've got to outduel the Blue Jays and the Red Sox.
You'll get second maybe in our division, but the thing is like you said, the Blue Jays, the Rays, the Red Sox, the Yankees, like all of those teams.
They're probably going to have the 2 wild cards.
Those are 4 of the 5 AL East teams, and they all have a very, very good chance of going to the playoffs.
Yeah, so I don't think the Orioles or Mariners will be in. If they are, I don't think they win more than the wild card.
They're not going to do anything.
Yeah. Obviously, I think that the Rangers have some upside. If we sign Juan Soto, I think we have a shot maybe at that second wild card spot. Maybe. We just have to get our stuff together.
The thing is like, even if the Rangers make the playoffs this year, they're not going to do anything. And I don't think
That's true.
The Rangers will be good for a few years because obviously we've built a very good farm system. And so we have to groom all of these players. So, like, think about Leiter, Kumar, Josh Jung, Cole Winn, and Owen White. Those are all incredibly, incredibly young dudes that have found really, really high success in the minors. But the only problem is they got to grind out a couple more years. And so as Rangers fans, we just have to hang on for just a little bit longer.
Like we've been doing.
And unfortunately,
stay strong.
I have zero patience because we have been so bad for so long, and I'm ready for it to be over.
We missed the days where it was like guaranteed win the division and then pretty much go into a World Series. Like for those couple of years that it happened, it was such a cool experience for us, and I think we just weren't old enough to completely understand
and appreciate the greatness before our eyes.
Like, we thought it was really cool, but it just wasn't. Like, we didn't understand this is a once for teams, because baseball has no salary cap. For teams that are not in major cities like New York and LA, it is very hard to get all the way. Or Atlanta, okay, like Atlanta's the richest team in the South. New York Yankees are the richest team in the East. The Dodgers are the richest team in the West. The Astros are a very wealthy team because they're in Houston. Like, for a small market team to make it that far, it is very impressive.
And we did that for so long, and then unfortunately The other thing too is we had basically a complete staff change as well as team change.
We did.
Like a lot of those staff members that were there in the early 2010s and then 2015, I guess, they're not there anymore. We got to see our boy Ron Washington this evening.
I miss Ronnie.
Sitting at third base. What a goat. What a legend. I say bring him back.
Is there any way we could bring him back? Guys, y'all got Chris Woodward, third base coach off the Dodgers. You could get Ron, third base coach off the Braves.
Yeah, I think
not that hard.
We have struggled in the coaching department.
We're going to need to fire Woodward.
I'm not a fan of Woodward. Personally, I was not a fan of Bannister either.
Nope.
Bring Ron back. That just seems so
There's
simple.
also a couple of guys out there like Madden. He's out there. Like, we could bring in someone experienced like that who's won a World Series before with a team that wasn't the richest, the Cubs. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Kind of.
I don't think the Angels flame out was his fault. I don't know. I mean, they fired him.
The Angels have just been bad forever.
The Angels don't have great ownership.
Terrible farm system. Yeah. Like, obviously, they got Trout and Shohei, but other than that, like, they got Rendon from the Nationals after they won the World Series, but he became garbage. He honestly had one good year, and that was when they won the World Series. And then the Nationals basically kicked out everyone that brought them to the World Series, and now they're garbage. Hopefully, the last player that they can kick out is Juan Soto. He'll get traded here because obviously the Nationals have now opened up the trade door.
Yeah.
Yes, trade discussions for Juan Soto. So I would love to see Juan in a Rangers jersey. I know we've said it a million times in this episode. That is because we are in desperate need.
There's a chance. There's a chance that it would happen. I got a question for you, Nick, though. Who do you think is just a prediction kind of thing because, we like to do that here. Who do you think is going to, like, what two teams do you see battling it out for the World Series?
For the World Series. See, this is a tough one because you want to say the Yankees for the AL, but the thing is like, I just feel like sometimes you can't always count on the best teams.
I don't believe in the Yankees, man. They haven't proven it, For me, man, see, I just want to... The Yankees is also nobody wants to say the Astros.
Safety blanket answer. The Astros are up there. They're really good, but I do not want to say
we don't like the Astros on this show. Sorry,
obviously,
sorry, Pat Penn.
Other than, like, no one else in the Astros division is making it. Like, we're not. Mariners for sure are not. I am going to go with...
The Sox?
It's just so difficult.
The Sox have a shot. The Red Sox.
They're good too, but the thing is...
Not the White Sox. I don't think the White Sox are making it.
No, absolutely not. I'm going to just go with the Yankees, man. They're just on such a hot streak. Their pitching has been absolutely insane, all right? Obviously, Aaron Judge has been smoking bombs, all right? Hitting bombs for days. That's right. I said it. And
Yankees also have a chip on their shoulder.
Very, very good hitter. Yes, I agree. They've been very, very good at hitting this year, and they've got that chip on their shoulder.
And then if they don't make it this year, I think Aaron Boone gets the boot. So,
welcome to Texas, maybe.
I'll take him all day. So I think. Wait, who's your NL pick?
My NL pick is that's right. I'm gonna go with the Braves again.
I like that. I'm actually
because they got Ronald Acuna back, and I feel like that is huge for them because he's obviously a stud.
And they've proven they're a second half of the season kind of team.
Exactly, and they have one of the best records in baseball right now.
They do.
Obviously, I think it's going to come down to the Braves or the Mets for the NL.
I was about to say
the Mets.
I think it's between the Dodgers and the Mets. I don't see the Braves getting back there. Obviously, I would love it if they do. I love the Braves. Honestly, I would say the Braves are up there in some of my favorites to watch. At the same time, though, man, Clayton, I would love for Clayton to get back his last year.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say Battle of the New York. I'm going to say Yankees versus Mets. And I think that would be
kind of a sick series to watch.
That would be just so cool just because they're both in New York. And they are rivals in the fact that they're both in New York. Mm-hmm. But I could see it being... I don't know. I don't know who else to pick other than the Yankees in the AL because I don't want to pick the Astros. And I feel like they're the only
also,
other
the Yankees
threat.
have won 60 games already, which is absolutely absurd. before the All Star break.
It's all about who gets hot right before the playoffs going into the playoffs.
That's why there's no telling, because the Braves did it last year. They were barely 500 at the All Star break.
They were a wild
and then
card team.
All of a sudden, they just got hot. Like they beat they beat the Dodgers.
They came in with the worst record in the playoffs.
And then, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Yes, you're right. They came in with the worst record in baseball, but for some reason, their hitting just came together at the right moment, and
they beat the Cardinals in the wild card game. Then they beat the...
Wait, no, the Dodgers beat the Cardinals. Because Chris Taylor hit a walk-off bomb.
Right,
I remember that because I was absolutely...
That was crazy.
I was going crazy because, obviously, as you know, as Rangers fans, we hate the Cardinals.
That's right, because the Giants they won their division. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
I think a Battle of New York would be sick, obviously. If that were to happen, I would probably root for the Mets.
I'd go for the Mets, 100%.
Yeah, I think if it's Yankees anyone, I'm probably rooting for whoever the Yankees are playing.
I would go for Dodgers over Yankees as well.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm going to tell you this. I think the two teams that will probably make it out of the AL will either be the Yankees or the Astros. And I will probably be rooting for whoever is playing against the Yankees or the Astros.
Yeah.
I don't hate the Yankees as much as I hate the Astros, but I just the Yankees are one of those franchises. Like, if you're not a fan, I mean, you can appreciate it, but Jeter's not there anymore.
Historic team.
I love Jeter, and I actually love Aaron Judge too, but not enough to pull for the Yankees in a World Series. But
they keep gutting us every single year.
Our
players, they just take them.
I think I would say the first half of the season has gone as predicted. Yankees are good, Astros are good, Dodgers are good.
Another thing is I could see the Twins maybe sneaking in because they have a lot of good hitters, and they've had...
I don't want Correa to get in.
I could see them getting hot. I'm a Buxton fan. I like Luis Arias. I'm not saying that I would root for them. I'm just saying I could see them sneaking in maybe.
That's true. I still think the White Sox probably take that division, though.
Yeah, okay.
You're saying the Twins is a wild card team?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just think that, like I said, it's been it's gone as scheduled, as planned up until now, I think. But I also think the second half of the season will be interesting to see how it plays out.
Baseball is just a long season.
But we're getting into the exciting part. We're getting into the part where we tell
some October baseball.
Once you get to September, it gets interesting to see who's going to take what spot. But I think all in all, it was fun to watch the All Star game.
That's when you see. Also, I feel like we should mention the Field of Dreams game. Why? Why did we choose the Cubs and the Reds?
That was it. Nobody's going to watch that game, so good job, MLB.
The Reds are the worst team in baseball.
You ruined the one
now.
chance you had in the regular season to get viewers.
Exactly. For the first 2 months, the Reds literally had 3 wins. They beat the Yankees a couple times this last week, but I mean, come on, dude. The Reds are terrible.
The Cubs are in a rebuilding.
So were the Cubs. The
Reds have been terrible for years.
Kicked off all their good players.
I don't know what they were thinking with that either. But all in all, it was a great atmosphere for the All-Star game tonight. The game itself was a good pitching showdown. But we are excited.
Lots of strikeouts.
Lots of strikeouts. We are excited for the second half of this MLB season. And yeah.
So, here's we like to end our shows with a quote of the week. Brought to you by Yogi Berra. Love is the most important thing in the world, but baseball is pretty good too.
Amen, Yogi Berra.
Amen.
Thank you all for listening to this baseball-themed episode. Honestly, baseball is one of our favorites. We love to talk about it. It's just hard because it's not as exciting to some people.
And none of you like it.
But
that's you're the problem, okay? We are perfect. You're the problem.
We definitely appreciate y'all listening to us for sure. You're not just the problem. But I also want to say thanks to everyone who ordered T-shirts. Y'all are the bomb. We got a lot of orders there. Way more than we were expecting. So very happy with y'all. And just thank you so much for your constant support, constant listening. Obviously, share, subscribe to the podcast. Get it out to all your friends.
Please. We would appreciate that so much.
We'll let y'all know next week how Atlanta was and how that all went. And thank y'all for tuning in. We hope you have a great week. And
we will see you next Wednesday.
You stay safe. We're out from Under Review.